The last time Bitcoin was in this exact cycle, some people churned $1,000 into $1 million. And right now, we're in the same setup again. But most investors will miss it. Why? Because they don't understand how to play this market correctly. And by the time the news is hyped up, Bitcoin's new all-time highs, it's already too late. But here's the thing, this isn't just another bull run. Is it already a bear run? There's a hidden force this time that could push crypto way higher than ever before. And if you don't position yourself now, you could end up watching from the sidelines again. Don't do that. So in this video, I'm giving you the exact game plan to navigate this market, maximize gains, avoid the mistakes that keep most investors broke. I've used this to make multiple seven figures in crypto since 2013. And it all starts with understanding one thing, how the crypto market really works. Now let's be real, you're not gonna learn 11 years worth of knowledge in like 8-9 minutes on YouTube. But I have, for a limited time, it is still free, a master course on money and crypto where I download everything I've learned over the last 11 years to you for free. So smash that button down below, get in the course, and dive deeper than this. Now, also be sure to watch to the end on this because there's some nuggets at the end that are extremely valuable. So if you're ready to dive in, smash that like and let's go. Bitcoin's bull run isn't over. In fact, it's just getting started. Bitcoin recently broke past 100,000 for the first time ever. Now it's pulling back to the low 80s and investors are nervous. Oh, is the sky falling? Is Bitcoin done? Is it a scam? But this is exactly how every major bull run up to this point has played out. Look at history. In 2017, Bitcoin dropped 40% mid-bull cycle before exploding to 20K. In 2020, it crashed 30%, then shot past 60K. Now in 2025, we're seeing the same pattern. Every time Bitcoin shakes out weak hands before making its largest and biggest move. And here's what most people don't realize. See, when Bitcoin moves, it takes the entire crypto market with it. ETH, Solana, Avalanche, these aren't just following Bitcoin's lead. They're amplifying its gain. In 2021, while Bitcoin gained 700%, Solana did 10,000%. That's why positioning yourself correctly right now is so important. And this isn't just another bull run, it's a global shift. This time something is different. In previous cycles, crypto was mostly retail driven, individual investors trying to catch the wave. But now it's being fueled by the biggest financial institutions on the planet. BlackRock, Fidelity, sovereign wealth funds, hello, they've all entered the market. Now, spot Bitcoin ETFs are pulling in billions. Governments, they're quietly adding Bitcoin to their reserves. And this isn't hype. This is the first time crypto is being absorbed into the traditional mainstream financial system. And that changes everything. Because this isn't just about Bitcoin hitting new highs, it's about crypto becoming a core asset class. And those who move now will be positioned for generational wealth. I believe this with all my heart. And I also believe the window is closing. See, most investors don't realize they're running out of time. Right now, Bitcoin is in a healthy pullback, but when it rebounds, the opportunity to buy before the next major move will be gone. If history repeats itself, we're not just looking at Bitcoin hitting 150 or 200K. We're looking at potentially Ethereum flipping 10K, Solana reaching 1K, and an entire wave of new investors rushing in when it's already too late. But that's a good thing, even if people lose their money short term. Why? Because they're learning to adopt in the new world with crypto as a part of it. See, this is the phase where smart money accumulates. The next phase is when the masses FOMO in. And if you don't have a plan, you will be on the wrong side of that trade, let me tell you. Been there. That's why this next section is crucial, because knowing where we are in the cycle is only half of the battle. You also need the right strategy. And if you get this part wrong, none of the rest is going to matter. How do you actually invest without getting wrecked? Because I know I've been there. See, most people get this wrong. They either FOMO in at the peak, chasing hype, been there, or they scatter their money across too many projects hoping for a miracle, kind of like playing roulette. Neither work. The key is strategic accumulation. building a portfolio that maximizes upside while protecting against the inevitable downturns. And the best way to do that? Well, think like an institution. See, big money doesn't chase pumps. It accumulates quietly when prices are low, holding assets long before the market catches on. And that's why successful investors don't try to time the exact bottom or top of everything. They use DCA, or dollar cost averaging, investing a set amount at regular intervals. See, this removes the emotion from the equation. So you're buying whether the market's up or down. You're buying, and that's the main thing. And over time, this strategy has outperformed even expert traders. So let's be clear though, not all crypto projects are equal. The last bull market was filled with coins that made pennies out of millions. Listen to that twice to get it. That's why your foundation should always be Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin is the backbone of crypto. It's what institutions are accumulating, and it's the hardest asset in the space. Now, Ethereum, meanwhile, it powers decentralized finance, smart contracts, and thousands of applications. These aren't hype plays, they really aren't. They're infrastructure. And the build out on ETH takes time because markets have to get on the blockchain for everything to materialize. Now, if you want to take on higher risk for higher potential rewards, the next layer is altcoins with real utility and adoption. Solana, Avalanche, and Sui are leading the next wave of blockchain innovation, and their returns in past bull cycles have massively outperformed Bitcoin. But here's where most people go wrong. They focus only on how much they can make and not how much they could lose. Because here's the truth. See, making money in a bull market, it's easy. Keeping it, that's the hard part. And if you don't have an exit strategy, you could watch life-changing gains disappear overnight. And that's exactly what we need to talk about next. And if this is adding value, smash that like because I'm giving it to you straight. Protecting your gains, avoiding costly mistakes. Making money in crypto is one thing. Keeping it, that's where most people fail. See, every cycle, the same story plays out. Investors watch their portfolios go to the moon. They're convinced this time is different. They keep holding, thinking, what if it goes even higher? Then the market churns, panic sets in, and those paper gains vanish overnight. The winners aren't the ones who ride the wave. They're the ones who know when to step off and take profits. That's why an exit strategy is not optional. It's essential. Instead of trying to time the exact top, something even the pros can't do, take profits gradually. Sell small percentages as prices rise. Lock in gains while still leaving room for upside. It's a strategy used by smart investors across all markets because nothing goes up forever. But selling is just one. Now, if you want to just hold Bitcoin or Ethereum for decades, that's not a bad thing. I'm not really talking about that here, okay? But selling is just step one. Where you put those profits matters just as much. See, cashing out into a bank account, inflation eats away at your buying power. Leaving everything in stable coins, you're exposed to platform risk. That's why experienced investors diversify profits into multiple assets. Once you have something to diversify. Some keep capital in stable coins off-chain for reinvestment when the market stabilizes and comes back up. But others move into high-yield DeFi strategies or shift into real-world assets like real estate. See, the goal is simple. Make sure your money is still working for you. It's your money. And then there's the biggest mistake of all, leaving your assets on exchanges. We just had a huge hack. We just experienced the top 10 hack. Insolvencies and sudden collapses have wiped out billions of dollars in investor funds. If you don't control your private keys, you don't own your crypto. That's why self-custody isn't just recommended, it's a non-negotiable. See, keeping your money on an exchange is like keeping it in a bank that the government doesn't guarantee. Hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor give you full control, protecting your assets from exchange failures and online threats. I link below for the one I use. Now, at the end of the day, making money in crypto is easy in a bull market. Keeping it is what separates amateurs from the pros. So those who succeed aren't the ones reaching to hype. They're the ones with a plan, a strategy for entry, a strategy for exit, and a system for protecting wealth. And now that you know how to protect your gains, it's time to look at the final, most important piece of the puzzle. I told you to stick around. And that is how to position yourself for the next bull run. Preparing for the next bull run, how to ride the wave. Now that you know how to invest and protect your gains, the final question is, how do you position yourself before the next bull run? Because by the time the media is screaming about Bitcoin hitting new highs, it's already too late for this cycle. See, the biggest gains don't come from chasing hype, they come from buying when people aren't paying attention or when everyone's afraid. This is what separates smart investors from the crowd. They accumulate during bear market. When prices are down, sentiment low, most people have given up. That's why right now is the time to take action. It's the time to quickly research projects and make investment decisions quickly before the new wave of investors flood in this cycle. The key is focusing on assets with real adoption, strong fundamentals, and long-term staying power. A solid game plan starts with portfolio allocation. Decide how much you want to invest and where it's going. Bitcoin and Ethereum offer less risk because they're the backbone of crypto. While high growth altcoins like Solana, Avalanche, Sui, they have the potential to outperform in the next cycle and beyond. But what I'm about to say is the most important thing in this entire video. Are you ready? Set profit-taking targets now, before your emotions take over. Rewind, watch that again, and keep watching till it sinks in. Because pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, my friend. Don't be a hog. And if you want to know how to allocate your portfolio like the pros, make sure you're subscribed, because this video is coming up soon. The biggest wealth in crypto is not made when everyone's excited. It's made in two places. One, when everyone's crying and fear's in the street. And two, when nobody's paying attention. Those who win aren't the ones chasing green candles. They're the ones acknowledging and recognizing where smart money is moving, spotting emerging narratives early, and educated enough to position before the crowd. And by the time everyone's talking about the next crypto explosion, the best opportunities will already be gone. Now, if you like agenda-free crypto education, grab my Money in Crypto Masterclass below. It's absolutely free for right now. And as you do that, hit subscribe, like, and dab me, because you, my friend, you rock. You keep living your life to the fullest, and I will see you on the next video. Here, or wherever. Peace.